Hey guys, Legion here. Today is going to be a tier list in solo leveling Arise. This will be a tier list for April. Let's get right into it. Okay, first off we have Jinwoo. He's not a bad tank, but he feels a bit slow at times. They do give a lot of free duplicates for this guy, but he can heal as well. Even then, we still have a lot of better options, so this guy goes in B tier. Okay, next character, this healer. I forgot her name, but I will put her in the lowest tier. To me, she is useless. We do not need any healers in this game. Pure DPS is the way to go, and she feels really bad to play as well. So yeah. Okay, next up is Song. This guy is alright. Decent fire damage. He is good at the start of the game, but drops off really fast for me, so I stopped using him. If you need fire elements for a while at the start of the game, then sure you could use him, but anything beyond mid-game, he falls off really bad. He is really good at clearing mobs because he does extra damage for that, so that's one of his uses. But next up, Kim. I'm going to put this guy in A tier. His shield to the whole team is very useful, and when you're using Sun Jinwoo, using his support ability gives a massive shield on your Sun Jinwoo. So it helps for overall survivability. Even when using him as a standalone character, he is quite a good tank overall. Alright, next up, this guy is so bad. All his skills have no impact. His lackluster damage. We have lots of better win options as well. So I'm going to put this guy in useless tier. Okay, Ana Ruins. Put her in A tier. She is pretty good, does good damage. I find her playstyle really fun. Even good at endgame, so this is why I'm going to put her in A tier. Next up is one of my favorite characters in the whole game, Kang. This guy is pretty broken, so I'm going to put this guy in broken tier. His skills are insane, lots of quick movements, abilities, and the poison he provides does so much damage. He was also my first SR in the game. He's been carrying me a lot since then. Also a dark unit, which to note is more like a premium type, rarer to get. So dark units are usually better than most units. So yeah, I'm going to put this guy in SS tier. Very deserving of being in that tier. Okay, next up, Nam. Her freeze CC is very good. Her DPS is solid. She belongs in S tier in my opinion. Her freeze is really good. Her support is good as well. Overall, she is one of the best SRs. Okay, this guy. I'll put him in the top of B tier. He isn't too bad. His skills have a lot of burn damage. He was good for me at early game, but he does fall off really quick. Alright, next up. I forgot his name, but I'll put this guy in C tier. I really don't like this unit at all. His design, skills, and damage is all so bad. So for that reason, he is in C tier. The only useful thing I could add for him is that he provides a shield. But other than that, he is trash. Alright, this guy, as you can see, he's a very good dark tank. Good damage and break while he scales off HP. Put this guy in A tier. Very deserving of A tier. Next up is this character. This girl is at the top of B tier in my opinion. In my opinion, her support is okay, but other than that, her damage falls off a lot. She is a good water type if you don't have any others, but other than that, she stays in B tier. Okay, Park. So I like to put her in broken tier, but I think she belongs more in the top of S tier in my opinion. She is one of the best SRs in the game for sure, but I don't think she has the kit to compete with the top units of the game. I would say her skills are based off not HP. Her skills are based off attack, and her skills are one of the best in the entire game for sure. She can spam her ult faster because she can give herself more energy. She also removes buffs as well, so that is a very useful mechanic. If there's a boss that is providing annoying buffs, then you can use her to dispel those buffs. but I would say she can't compete at the level of the best SSRs in the game. Okay, next is the big guys, the SSRs. First off, I'm going to start with the free-to-play SSR Wu. Put this guy at the top of A tier. This was expected for this guy to be less potent than the other SSR since he is a free unit. But he is still better than most SR units for sure. His support kind of sucks though, unfortunately, with lower DPS and range than most units, so that does not help him. I tried using this guy in endgame, and I switched very fast. Alright, so this guy, I'll put him at the top of S tier. His unique mechanic is he removes shield. The only unit that has this in the game. Very unique, very situational though, but if you can pair up this guy against a boss that has a shield, you will cook the boss. He's also one of the best wind unit characters in the entire game, might I add. So if you really need a solid wind DPS for the whole game, this guy has you covered. He also has crazy damage. His ult does crazy damage as well. One of the best ults in the game for sure. And his utility is good, so for sure worthy of being in the OP tier. Alright, next up is Min. He's gonna go in SS tier. The debuffs he puts is very useful. Increases the damage of all your attacks. And he also boosts team crit damage. Best support in the game in my opinion. Okay, now for Emma. She is one of the hottest characters in the game for sure. And she's also one of the best units to clear stages. Her DPS and break are crazy. For sure use this unit if you have her. Okay, next, this guy is the best breaker in the game. There's not really a competition when it comes to break. This guy clears. He's also the best tank in the game. He scales off pure defense, so he is very tanky. He does have less HP because he scales off defense, but that does make him a lot tankier than most other tanks, so he is a very good frontline unit. So for that reason, he belongs in SS tier. Alright, Seal, I put her in SS as well. At the bottom of SS, I'd say she doesn't compete with the top SSRs, but she's still one of the best characters in the game. Good damage, best water unit in the game for sure. Next up, Lim Tae-gyu. His ult is crazy. This guy is my personal favorite SSR. We know that dark units have more value as well, so all his skills are useful. He even has a in-game dodge mechanic with his skill, and you can use it multiple times, so you can evade the bosses and attacks without using stamina. One of the best mechanics in the game for sure. And his ult is also the highest damage in the whole game. A 10-hit combo that shreds the enemy. He's for sure a boss killer. So for that reason, I'm going to put this guy at the top of broken SS tier. Same thing with Maid Girl over here. I forgot her name, but she is one of my favorite characters in the game. Best design for sure. We can't hate on a maid outfit. And she is very good at boosting DPS. Her support is top tier for Lim Tae-gyu as well. Put these two together and you'll have a broken combo. Myself, I got really lucky to pull these two back to back, so my dark team is looking broken. She puts a circle on the ground to boost dark damage. So let's say you put this circle on the ground, then you use the ult on Lim Tae-gyu and you'll be juiced. You're gonna shred the boss. So yeah, they're one of my favorite duos in the game for sure. And of course, Choi, being the first limited banner in the game, he is the definitive best DPS in the whole game. His burn adds even more DPS on top of his already insane base damage. So, insane crazy damage this guy does more damage than every other unit, but that is expected from a premium unit like Choi. I would say try to get him before his banner goes away. Okay, now I'm just going to move some stuff around real quick. I would say Lim Tae-gyu goes at the top, with Choi goes at the top, and this guy can go over here. And there's a few characters I want to put down as well. And yeah, that looks pretty good, guys. That's pretty much all for this tier list. But yeah, that looks pretty good. So this concludes the April character tier list for solo leveling Arise. Let me know your thoughts on this tier list in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you all in the next one.